Okay. So today we are going to discuss about this applications on the cloud, right? So here, what is this applications on the cloud, ma? First of all, so previous what we are doing, ma, whatever the softwares, applications, everything we have to install in our only one machine and have to utilize, right? If I need in another machine, means I have to purchase that kind of a software and I have to install and I have to work on that, right? So we'll see here what are the applications of the applications on the cloud. Okay, first of all we'll see what is the standalone application, right? The name itself you can understand that standalone application means if you are installing once, okay, that application in one machine, okay, it will be work on that particular machine only, right? If you are installing one application in one machine, okay, in system or a computer, it will be working on that machine only, right? So previous 1940s, okay, 1940s there was no networks, ma. Okay, simply what they will be doing, they will be installing the particular softwares, okay, whatever the softwares they need they will be installing and they will be using in different manners, right? So that was the situation. So what the standalone application will be doing, right? The first point here, application run wherever you install, okay, wherever you install, where they install in that particular machine, okay, it will be work in that machine only, right? So the first point, the application or a software runs wherever you install, okay, where you install in that particular machine, it will run there itself only. That is the first point. Okay, what is this standalone application? Whatever the applications or the softwares you are installing in that particular machine, it will be working in that machine only, right? So second, what is the second? The software which is deploy, okay, deploy or install, ma. Okay, the software which is deploy or install in this particular machine or a computer, okay, it will be working in that computer only, right? For example, what is the example of that? MS Office, okay, MS Office, MS Word, okay, if you install that software in that machine, okay, it will be working in that machines only, okay. Some of the softwares are there, ma, whatever the softwares you install in that machine, it will be work in that only, right? So like MS Word, okay, MS Word, Paint, right, VLC media players, okay, these all things we cannot share with the other systems, right, with the other computers. Wherever we are installing, we have to use there itself only, right? If I want to use in the other system, means again I have to install these all things and I have to use, okay. That is the standalone application, right? So here if I connected, okay, like if I connected to the network, okay, if I connect to the network, assume that we connect in the same network, right? It is also not possible to share, okay, within these two systems. If we are connected with some network, okay, the two computers are there, ma, it is also not possible to share with this other system, right? So in the same network if we are connecting also, it is not possible. Why? Because they have a limited capability. Only single user can use this application, right? In this standalone applications, only single users can use that application. If we are connected with the network also, they cannot share with that machine or a system, right? So cannot access from the other machines, right? So that is the standalone application. And next, applications that run only in the machine, ma, only in this machine where they install, right? They cannot access via networks also, right? MS Office, okay, Paint, VLC players, etc., right? So the standalone applications have the limited capabilities. They can be used by only one users, okay, only one user at a time, right? And cannot be shared with the others, right? So that is the standalone application, only one users can use. Okay, if we are installing in that one machine, it will be applicable for that machine only. Even though if I connected to the network also, I cannot share that applications and the softwares to this machine, right? So it is belongs to one machine only, right? So here web application, the next application is the web applications. So it was introduced in early 80s and 90s, right? So why this web application came? We are unable to share that applications with the other systems, right? If I purchase that particular software, it will be useful for that system only, that machine only, right? Second, if I want to install in second system, I have to purchase that license software, and again I have to install in that machine and I have to use. If I want to provide for some hundred of machines, okay, same this same license keyword, okay, it is not possible in this standalone application. So here web application, the second application is the web application. It is a computer networks, okay, came in the existence. Here sharing of softwares is possible. Okay, it works like a client and server applications. Whatever the new applications came, okay, that is web applications, web based applications. So here web application, the applications that runs in a network, okay, this web application that runs in a networks, and we are saying that it is a client server model, right? It is a client server application, right? And runs on the architecture, okay, this web application runs on the architecture. That architecture is known as client server model, right? This web applications runs on the architecture, that architecture is known as client server. And next, sharing of applications, whatever the applications and softwares you have installed here, right, is possible with the help of these web applications, right? So what are the benefits of this web application? Means remote access is possible, okay, remote access is possible. Clients no need to install the softwares in their systems, okay, clients no need to install the software, right? So example, developers develop the website, okay, in their system and gives their URL, okay, that is enough, okay, that is enough for this web applications. With the help of that, users and everyone can see that all things and can utilize, right? So just a minimum requirement is nothing but the internet they need, right? So it will be serving to multiple peoples, okay, multiple users and multiple peoples will be used, multiple peoples and multiple users will be utilizing the services, right? So here, for example, how this web application will be providing means whatever the website is there, if they develop a website, right, hundreds can see that, thousands, okay, n number of some thousands of people can watch that, okay. So for example, what are the web applications? Means like online applications, okay, you people are booking your show, okay, book my show, okay, book my show for any movie, okay, that is also possible. And reservation, okay, reservation, whatever the train reservations, flight reservations, okay, and these all comes under this, right? And social media, okay, social media, whatever we are using, Facebook, Instagram, games, okay, games, and all e-commerce website, means simply they developed a website, okay, what they will be doing, they will be giving that URL to the users, so that with the help of that URL, users are connecting to particular network and utilizing the services, right? So here we can share everything with each other. So limitation, these all are the limitations of the web applications, these all are the exposed, right? So where we are using these web applications. So web application is not elastic, okay, and cannot handle heavy loads, okay. it is not elastic and cannot handle heavy load. Its minimum capacity like 1000. Okay, like that. It will be, there will be some capacity and there will be some limit they will be fixing for that particular things, right? So it cannot serve highly varying loads also, right? So it may be handling, like for example, if we hosted our website, okay, like cricket website, so if 1 lakh viewers are means limit will be there, limit will be there. Like 1 lakh users, okay, daily 20 to 30 users can view and subscribe. Okay, if more than that it will be coming, means definitely we have to move that applications into the cloud. Okay, like that. So web application, simply I can say that web application is not a multi-tenant. Okay, what is this multi-tenants? Multi-tenants means multiple peoples can access full independently. So simply I can say that web application is not multi-tenancy, is not a multi-tenancy. Whatever the applications we are using, okay, independently we can't use that. Okay, everyone will be depending on that and utilizing. Okay, it will be depending on something, and we are the utilizing the services. So web application doesn't provide a quantitative measurements. Okay, we are giving some limit. Okay, for that only it will be applicable of all the services that are given to the users, though they can monitor the users also, right? So coming to this cloud applications, here first of all, web applications, here it is not elastic, it can't handle heavy loads, right? And it doesn't provide a multi-tenancy. If multiple users at a time accessing, means it will be not providing. Okay, like that. So here the web applications, what is this multi-tenancy means? Multi-tenancy means here multiple users are accessing, means it should be a independently. For example, if you people are using Google Docs, okay, Google Docs or Google Forms, what I will be doing, I will be creating one form and sending to you all, right? Sending one URL. With that you people are connecting. Okay, you will be giving the informations in that, right? So here at a time you all people, some hundreds of people are writing. Okay, independently you people are viewing and writing, right? So yeah, this Google form or sheet, it is not saying that yes, you have to wait, G3 is writing his attendance or giving his data. Okay, you have to wait until he has complete. Okay, it is not saying like that, right? Independently the sheet you are opening in your machine, and independently you people are filling the data here, right? And next, if G6 is writing information here in this Google form, okay, it is not saying that G6 is writing and he is busy, until he completed you have to wait. Okay, like that, it is not giving any information. Everyone independently they are giving and filling the forms and writing all the information, right? So that is the multi-tenancy. Okay, Google Docs, Excel sheets, okay, millions of people are using. Okay, system never says that others are using, you have to wait. Okay, system never says that others are using. Okay, you have to wait. Okay, it is not giving any information. Everyone independently they are working, right? Like separately they are working, individually they are working. Every users will be using this Google Docs with full independently. But coming to this web application, here the multi-tenancy is not possible, right? So for example, if you people are going to the movie, okay, so you will be booking the tickets, right? So same hall will be there. Okay, daily there will be shows. Okay, morning show, matinee, okay, some I don't know exactly, 4 shows are there, right? So shows are running in same room. So here what they are doing, this room sharing is known as multi-tenancy. This room sharing is known as multi-tenancy. This room sharing is known as multi-tenancy here, right? So n number of like morning show, afternoon show, okay, like that shows are running and they are vacating and others are coming and watching the movie, okay. So this is known as the multi-tenancy. So web applications, whatever the web applications, usually we are using in one particular platform, okay, one particular platform, and the web applications are not provided on a basis of like pay as you go basics, right? Thus a particular service is given to the user, okay. This service is given to the user for permanent or trial, and usually the timings of the user access, okay, cannot be monitored. These all things on this web applications, okay, due to its non-elastic nature, okay. It is not elastic, okay, that's why non-elastic nature, and it cannot handle the peak loads also, right? Transactions cannot handle properly if large number of users has been entered, right? So this multi-tenancy is not applicable for this web application, and it is applicable for this cloud applications, right? So here, what are the cloud application? Means what we are doing with this cloud applications. In this cloud applications, simply we are creating one form and giving the URL, and everything we are storing in the cloud, okay. Everyone independently they are working, right? So these cloud applications are the multi-tenancy. Multiple users can access the applications or the softwares full independently. It is not depending on the other users and not giving any information that you have to wait until that user is working, okay. It is not giving any kind of information, right? So standalone application is applicable for only one machine. Web application, it is providing the URL but for the limited users, right? And it is not a multi-tenancy, and it is not an elastic. It cannot handle the heavy loads, right? So we can share, but in this web application we can share that application with n number of machines with the help of by URL we are creating and keeping in the networks, right? So this web application will be supporting the networks, and we are saying that this web application architecture will be like client server model, okay, client server model. And coming to this cloud application, right? In this cloud application, it is a multi-tenancy. It can handle the n number of users full independently, they can work, right? Multi-tenancy, independently they can work, okay. Any traffic it will be controlling, right? So standalone applications, whatever the standalone applications are there, we cannot move these applications to the cloud, right? Cloud has its own application now. Cloud has its own application that is known as Google Docs, okay. Google Docs. So web applications can move, okay. Web applications can move to the cloud environment, right? Instead of deploying of the applications in the servers, okay, we'll deploy that application directly into this cloud applications, okay. Instead of in servers, okay, wherever you are deploying your applications in this web application server, what you will be doing, that applications you can deploy directly into this cloud servers, right? So web applications can move to the cloud, okay. Cloud web applications can move to cloud but cannot be sit in the cloud, okay. Just we can move that, but permanently it cannot be sit there, right? And can move in the cloud within minute, and modifications can be done, okay. Within fraction of seconds we can perform these all operations, right? So standalone applications we cannot move into the cloud applications, right? Web applications we can move into the cloud applications, right? Cloud applications to develop in the cloud itself only, right? Like we people are using the team viewers, okay, MS words, so right, in this I will be sharing the URL and you will be giving your attendance, okay. These all things are possible, but permanently I can't, right? So like that, here these applications will be working, right? So that is the standalone web applications and the cloud applications, right? So standalone, mainly we have discussed, right? Standalone, it is developed to run on the single system and it is not going to support the networks, right? And the standalone machine, whatever the softwares we are installing, it will be applicable to only that particular machine, right? And the functioning of this kind of systems is totally dependent, okay? They are totally dependent on the resources or the features available within that system only, okay? They are dependent. And here these systems do not need the data of processing power of the other system. They are the self-sustaining, right? Whatever the software we have installed, within that only it will be working, within that only it will be working. Whatever the resources are available, within that only it will be utilizing, okay? It will be working as like a self-sustaining, okay? So that is the standalone application, right? And next, web application. First of all, web application, it is not elastic, okay? And it cannot handle the heavy loads, okay? It cannot serve for the highly or the peak loads, right? And it does not provide any quantitative measurements, right? And we cannot monitor how many users are there, okay? This is also not possible in this. But usually here the web applications are usually in one particular platform. If we develop it in one platform, it will be in that only. Here web application is not provided on the basis of like pay as you go model, okay? So these all things are the web applications, right? So cloud computing again. Finally, whatever the drawbacks we have seen in this standalone and web applications, we are overcoming here in this cloud application, right? So cloud applications, whatever are there, okay, it can access the properties of web applications also, okay? Web applications. So cloud application features are, first of all, it is a multi-tenancy. Multiple users can access to that particular application, okay? That too full independently. It is not depending on anyone, okay? Examples are like Google Docs, and this cloud application is a elasticity, okay? It is elastic. If n number of users are coming, means it will be providing to them all, okay? Okay, Google form creates, and I will be distributing this Google form, okay? Some n number of users can fill this form, okay? Like that, elasticity. And heterogeneous, okay, of the cloud platforms, okay? If you developed your website in one platform, okay, it will be providing like a you can deploy in the other platform also, okay? It will be providing some supporting for that, okay? That is also possible. And quantitative measurements will be there, okay? Quantitative measurements means unlimited, okay? If n number of users are coming, they all can access to that services and can utilize the services, okay? It is not giving any information to the user that others are working, you have to wait, okay? Like that. And on demand services, if you want to open Gmail or Facebook or download some software, you can demand and you can download. There are no mediators, nothing, just the thing you are connecting to the internet and utilizing the services, right? So these are the applications of cloud applications, right? So multi-tenancy, whatever we have discussed, these are the multi-tenancy, okay? This is my Google form, and number of users are going to be utilizing independently, okay? If they are viewing independent గా వాళ్ళకి కనబడుతుంది, సెకండ్ యూజర్ కి ఇండిపెండెంట్ గా ఉంటుంది, ఓకే? ఫుల్ ఇండిపెండెన్స్ విల్ బి దేర్, okay? That is the multi-tenancy. Elasticity, okay, handle number of users and several hundreds of users at a time, right? Elasticity will be there, so whenever they are demanding, it will be providing the elasticity and allowing all the cloud providers to provide all services to the users at a time, right? Heterogeneous, this heterogeneous, it will be supporting heterogeneity where the type of applications can be deployed in the cloud, and because of this property the cloud is flexible, right, to the developers which facilities they develop. If you develop your applications in Java, you can deploy in other also, okay. That kind of a platform will be provided by this cloud services, right. And quantitative measurements, the services provided can be quantitatively measured, okay. The user is usually offer services based on the certain charges, based on the SLS mark, okay. Based on the SLS, services will be provided and charges will be applied. And here in this cloud, whatever the applications and the services we are using, it is all about pay per use basics, right. But in web applications, okay, in a web application it is not providing any pay per use services, but coming to this cloud applications, it will be providing all the services like pay per use. And here we can monitor, okay, we can monitor how many users has been increased, how many decreased, okay. We can monitor and we can measure also, right, how much resources they are utilizing. So in Amazon Web Services, we are having some services like monitoring tools will be there, okay. CloudWatch, okay, CloudWatch, auto scalings, okay. What this CloudWatch will be doing means whenever the users are increasing, okay, whenever the users are increasing, this CloudWatch will be giving the information to the auto scaling, okay. Users are increased, you have to provide the resources, okay, according to that limit. Here we are fixing the limit. If that limit is crossed, this auto scaling will be providing the resources automatically, right. So that's why we are saying that cloud applications can be monitored and measured, monitor and measure. And finally we are saying that it's a on demand service, right. The users whoever are using the services, okay, services to the, these all will be a on demand. Whenever I need, I can switch to the cloud and can utilize the services. Just one thing I require, that is the internet, okay. So these all are the applications of the cloud, right. These all are the applications of the cloud. So any doubts you can ask.